when you came onto the scene, you know, if Girls Just Want to Have Fun was written by a man and you wanted to put your spin on it, your writing, your life perspective into it, which is what made it the anthem of our lives.
Well, it was an arrangement. You see, we had a whole bunch of songs that I came from a band, and I thought to myself, the only way to do this is to create a sound, because that's what you do when you're in a band. Everybody creates a sound that's identifiable. And I thought, girls just want to have fun. They want an anthem. Let's make an anthem. You know, we were creating a sound.
Well, you're so right about creating a sound and a look. You know, it was the birth of MTV. It was our awakening. It was, you know, the whole world sort of did turn Technicolor, Wizard of Oz style when MTV came out.
Oh, yeah.
It was the most cultural, fashion, music, expressive identity. It was like the world really did open up. I felt like so many people felt like seen and allowed all of the sudden. And we lived in a sort of more of a closed-off world before MTV. You know, there was no internet. I mean, it was so isolated before. And that just sort of, it opened doors for so many of us who were those 9-year-old girls who wanted to dye our hair green, who wanted to express ourselves and didn't want to be made to feel like we wanted to be not just accepted, but like to thrive.
You
like
wanted
that.
to express yourself.
Yes,
that's
I was
all.
always an expressive person.
Yeah.
So when you burst out on the scene, it was like you gave me personal license to be myself.
Well, for 1 minute, the oddballs were the norm for a minute. And that was good, right? And yeah, I was always an oddball, and I always felt like an outsider, and I know you felt like an outsider, but
I did.
Usually people who feel that way, when you're on the outside, make sure you get a good look at everything, because you can use it to tell a story. You have that vision for a reason. You are on the outside for a reason. Use it. Use it. Express it. Tell your story. Share your stories.
Speaking of expressive worlds, I don't know how, but I have found myself at the epicenter of the wrestling world. And you were such a wrestling icon. You were in the ring.
Remember the fabulous Lou?
Lou, Captain Lou!
Captain Lou. I loved him. And Roddy Piper.
I dressed up as The Rock, by the way. It was the first time that Ross Matthews was attracted to me. I am his type as The Rock, it turns out.
I just remember The Rock when he was trying to bug John Cena and he played his guitar and sang in the middle of the ring. Come on, that was funny. And his uncles, I think, were the Wild Samoans, who Captain Lou Albano was the wrestler. He was the manager. That was funny.
I'm just so happy to be next to someone who is royalty of such amazing worlds. I mean it.
Royalty of wrestling? Maybe.
Royalty
I was the
of
female manager, you know, so don't draw on me.
By the way, you know what? There's actually a social media movement to get you in the Hall of Fame of wrestling, so I'm not crazy. I'm just saying.
You know, Wendy Richter, I managed her. She was a wrestler.
Okay, I'm going to look into her.
She was a female champ for a minute, and then Moolah got her title back. But we did the Goonies video.
Oh my
together.
God!
It was so great.
The Goonies was my life. Of course, you were on the TV, and they're all watching it, and you have the whole song.
Did you see part 2 where Andre the Giant comes and saves the day?
No.
Yeah, nobody saw part 2, but part 2, Andre the Giant came to save the day.
I loved Andre the Giant. I was wondering if you would move to the kitchen with me and we could do some more chatting and talking over there.
Sure.
Will you join me in the kitchen?
Absolutely.
And we're going to come back to a commercial break.